New Tool Day Tuesday, where I share with you guys unique or useful tools that I myself use that I think you might be interested in. Today we're going to take a look at an infrared camera made by InfiRay. InfiRay reached out to me and they asked if I would like to take a look at one of their cameras and if I would share it with you guys, and I said sure, we'll take a look at it and we'll see how good it is. This particular model is the P2 Pro, and this model can be ordered for Apple or Android. We're going to be working with the Android version today. As I've said before, the channel gets a lot of offers for us to share tools with you guys, and I usually say no, but sometimes things just kind of strike my fancy, and this thing is just really small. Now, the size itself did have me intrigued, but what really caught my attention is it comes with a macro lens. That macro lens attaches magnetically, and it allows the camera to take extremely close-up pictures. That is a feature I have not seen on an infrared camera yet. This particular model has a resolution of 256 by 192. It has a temperature range of the low end being -4 degrees Fahrenheit, and on the upper end it'll measure up to 1112 degrees Fahrenheit. And the frame rate is 25 frames per second. That's a little bit on the top end of what we've seen on this channel before. Now that we have those specs out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at this camera and we'll see how well it does. Now obviously, since this runs on your phone, you're going to have to download the app, and the app for this is called the P2 Pro. We already have it installed on our Android device. Being a USB-C device, that means you can plug it directly into the bottom of your phone, and you can plug it in whatever orientation you would like. They also include a USB extension cable, so if you would rather plug the cable into your phone and plug the camera into the extension part, you can do that as well, which may make it easy to get that camera into tight locations or just easier to use with your phone. Once you install the software and you plug the camera in, you are presented with a fully functional infrared camera. We're taking a look at my air conditioner in my shop right now, and you can see everything that is blue is cool. Everything around it that's a different color, a hotter color, is a little bit warmer. Right off the bat, you're going to notice 3 different temperature displays that are kind of floating around the screen. Right in the center is a crosshair, and that's so you can accurately measure the temperature of whatever you're pointing at. At the crosshairs, it is 65.1 degrees Fahrenheit right now, and just above that crosshair coming out of the air conditioner, it's measuring 42.5 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's an air conditioner, so that makes sense. Off to the right of the screen, right above my door, it looks like we have some leaky hot air coming in, maybe even some missing insulation. It's measuring 70.1 degrees Fahrenheit. It is a warm day outside, so that kind of makes sense too. Thermal imaging cameras are useful for a lot of things, and one thing they're very useful for, specifically if you have one that's good enough, is taking a look and seeing how well your garage or your home is insulated. And you can see in my shop, you can see plenty of leaks. You can also see heat coming off of the lights, and there's my air conditioner again, where nice cool air is coming out. Then over here by my door, there's a lot of heat coming into the room. I also find it interesting that you can see there is one particular breaker inside my fuse panel that is hotter than the rest of the breakers, and well, that happens to be the breaker that I use for my welder, and I was welding tonight. I've attached the macro lens and we're taking a look at a Raspberry Pi. That's a small computer that I use that logs all of the data coming in on my solar array. And you can see it showing us how hot each individual chip is, which could be very useful when you're trying to troubleshoot circuit boards. I really like this feature. So what are my final thoughts of this infrared camera? I really like it. I like the size of it. It's very small, but I really like the macro lens. I just haven't seen a feature like that on an infrared camera yet. Having a really good infrared camera is absolutely almost a necessity today. With all the electronics and all of the hardware that we're working with, it's really nice to be able to take a quick glance at an object and determine what all of the temperatures are throughout the unit itself. I'm excited to have this camera, and I'm going to continue to use it. If I find any problems with this camera, I will put a link in a pinned comment down below. If I can find any discounts on this camera, I will also put it in a pinned comment down below. I will also add those links to the description. If you like these types of videos, don't forget to like and subscribe. Take a look at some of my other videos. At the very least, you might be entertained.